It's going to be fun. What's going on, everybody? And we are hyped up. We are fired up, all the above, because we got, Coach Haas in the building. We got Jacob Boucher and Jalen Dennis in the building. We got Jake Mueller in the building. Boys, how we doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Dunks.
Jalen,
I'm
how are
doing
you?
fantastic. I'm fantastic.
Boucher?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
There we go. But what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dunk Productions here on YouTube. Jake Mueller giving me the thumbs up there that we are officially live. Guys, how hyped are you guys to be doing this series, be a part of this series? Coach Haas, I'll start with you.
I'm fired up, man. Anytime we can talk a little football with you is great. Anytime we can promote the football program is great. And I feel like after this, I'm going to be kind of an influencer. You know what I mean? I'm a social media influencer after this. I might put that in my Twitter bio.
Hey, Coach Haas, you're more than welcome to do so. You do what you got to do. Jalen, how hyped are you to be on Dunk Productions tonight, man?
Man, I'm always excited whenever I'm dealing with you, no matter what it is. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having us. It's gonna be a good little episode.
Thank you for the kind words, Jalen. We greatly appreciate it. And Boucher, how excited are you to be on the Duenkel Productions, man? How you feeling?
I'm excited. I'm glad that players get to have a voice and get some exposure and just get the team kind of familiar with everyone and get our name out there.
Yeah, Boucher, it's a great opportunity for all of us, and I think I'm excited about it. And when me and Coach Haas kind of talked about this idea, I think we both came out of it super excited about it and fired up about it. But Jake, how you feeling about this whole series, man? How you feeling about it?
I think it's a pretty cool series to get behind the scenes with these college players and get to know them, especially Coach Haas here. He seems like a pretty energetic guy, so it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, Coach Haas is a very energetic guy. But guys, I know that we talk so much about football, and you guys have obviously played a lot of football. Coach Haas, you've coached football for 9 years at Carthage, like you brought up on the last podcast. So Jake, why don't you start us out with our first question, man? What's our first question for these boys?
It's for the players. So are you guys pretty excited now because COVID happened and all that? So you guys pretty excited now that you have 10 games this year, and also you got a full camp now as well. That's pretty nice to have a full camp.
Yeah, I mean, I could go first. I know last year with the COVID, it was a lot of uncertainty, and being able to have that camp really allowed us to work on a lot of things we needed to work on, and just overall being together, because last year we weren't able to be with each other as much just because of COVID and stuff like that. And so now we went through the camp, and now that we have 10 games, each week is just about getting better and stuff like that. But it's good to be back with the guys, learning and growing together. We got a long way to go, but I'm excited for the journey it's going to lead us on.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Kind of going through COVID as a team, it was nice to kind of show what we could do as a team. We went through a lot last year.
Yeah.
All right. And just kind of getting back together. We're excited. After last year was kind of eye-opening to see how little we have left in terms of playing years and all that. So it's kind of nice to just have a good full season and get the most out of it, because nothing is guaranteed.
Do you think it impacted the relationships throughout you guys in the team, in the locker room, since you didn't get to know each other as well? And is it kind of a challenge this year, or was it not really a factor?
I think personally it brought us closer together, because we went through a lot last year in terms of having meetings online and getting games canceled. We kind of went through a lot, and to be able to go through that as a team, I think it almost brought us closer together, because we were able to overcome it and still get some wins out of it, and practiced a lot and was able just to play football. So I think we got closer out of it.
Yeah, for sure. And to go off that, I feel like with a lot of people, especially like during COVID, you could have either came out of it better from before COVID or worse from it. And so I feel like as a team, we really took that time to focus on each other and to build and grow throughout that times. Because even though we weren't playing games, we were still our focus was to get better consistently. So I think it benefited us for sure.
So like not a lot of people would know this because like it's all focused on like D1. How many games did you guys have altogether for D3 football? Like how many did you guys like plan?
We got to play
So,
2 last spring. We had 4 scheduled, 2 teams canceled on us, so we were able to play 2. And it was kind of different throughout D3. Some schools didn't play any at all. Some schools went and played 4 or 5. It just kind of depended on how the schedule fell and who was healthy enough to play.
That's good.
You guys are very good on the podcast. I'll just say the first like 3 minutes in, you boys have been rocking it. Jake, you as well, buddy. But you all right?
Is that the family behind you? Is that like
we got the family home from their Labor Day cookout. They came in and they wanted to announce their presence a little bit, I guess. So they popped a face on a little bit. They're home. They're getting all cleaned up here now.
All right, we like that. Dunk, you want to go for it? You got some questions, I know.
Oh yeah. I'll ask Coach Haas this now. I know you guys end up losing the first one to UW Whitewater, but what are some positives that you guys took from that game after sitting down watching the film and breaking it down?
Yeah, for sure. We're able to obviously, like you said, dig into it a little bit. I think the one thing that stood out a bunch was how hard our guys played. We got a lot of things to clean up execution wise and stuff like that, but our guys played hard. They didn't quit, they didn't give up, and I think you watching the difference in 2 halves. We kind of showed up a little bit in the second half, did a lot of good things, forced 4 turnovers on defense, moved the ball, scored on offense. I think we started slower than we wanted to as a football team, and I don't think we matched the level of intensity they brought. But for us, it was a great learning experience. I mean, it was awesome for our guys to see what that looks like, and we're young at some spots, and they needed to grow up. And at the end of the day, it means nothing in terms of winning a CCIW championship. So it's great to learn those lessons on games that don't count in the CCIW standings.
Now, Jalen and Jake, what are some positives that you guys kind of took away from watching the film? As players, what are things that you guys kind of took from the game that you could take into conference play now?
Like Coach Haas said, we have some young guys, and it's nice to see how they can play under a college setting for the first time, and I think it was a great learning experience for them. Just to kind of, get to see what college football is all about. And also watching all the little things. Like we did a lot of stuff right, and all the stuff that we did wrong is fixable. So it's good to see that we can and still improve, and it's all on us. It's nothing that we can't control. So that's good to see. And I'm excited to get playing again against other teams.
Right. And I think defensively, just controlling our attitude and effort, flying to the ball, like that's stuff we can control, and we need to do a better job of that. But second half we came out doing a better job with that, which was good. But we saw little glimpses of what we can truly be. And I tell the guys a lot, it's always Carthage versus Carthage. It's never Carthage versus an opponent, because if we're doing what we're supposed to do day in and day out by a game day, like it's going to become a habit and no one will be able to beat us. So we saw glimpses, but I mean, it was just a learning experience, and we just got to learn from it and grow.
I mean, that's a good-ass football team. From what I remember, Whitewater, they got a great history of football, as well as I believe I just looked them up and they're ranked. This might be old, like number 2, this says, in one of the rankings. So that's a good team. I played sports my whole life. So, I mean, getting kicked in the mouth is probably one of the best things because you either sink or swim from it. So as long as you guys do what you have to do in conference play and get your championship, that's all that matters. So, learning, that's the biggest thing. So respect to you guys, because that's a big school. That's a way bigger school than us. So respect to you guys, like way too much. That's a big thing for you. So just hang your heads high and you'll be fine.
Jake, you want to take the next question, buddy?
Yeah, so like I just mentioned, like Whitewater was a big school, but Carthage is this tiny school, and I always find it interesting, like how people find Carthage. We got people from all over the world, in fact. So, what's your favorite thing about playing at Carthage? The players can go first, and Haas, you can say about coaching at Carthage, but also how did you guys like find Carthage in southeastern Wisconsin?
I mean, I could go first. So actually, I didn't go to Carthage. Coming out of high school, I went to North Central College, and then I transferred here, and I found out about Carthage because my older brother played here. And a lot of things happened at North Central, but the main reason why I came here is because the coaching staff and the academics here just felt like and heard a lot about how the teachers really help their students out, and the coaches, they care about you and want to see you grow as football players and human beings. So that was a big reason why I came to school.
I'm from Wisconsin, so I was able to talk to the coaches kind of throughout high school and get familiar with the school from there. And like Jalen said, the school itself is a really good academic school. So I got mom's approval when I was considering coming here. And it's just a smaller school, so you get to know people a lot. Like if you walk past someone, you usually have a class with them, so that's always a plus. You get to know the people and just the players as well. It's good relationship building.
What about you, Coach Haas? How about coaching?
For me, it's relational. Man, everything in life is about relationships, and we got some really good people at Carthage. I love the people on our staff. I love the people I get to go to work with every day. But really, the most fun part about coaching is the guys. I have a lot of gray hair on my head, but they keep me pretty young. They're fun to be around. They got their whole life in front of them, and they're always pretty energetic, pretty excited, about the possibilities and the directions they can go. So for me, the best part about coaching at Carthage is the people we get to interact with on a daily basis.
Yeah, no, I totally noticed that, especially what Jacob said. One person, you're gonna meet a whole bunch of people. You usually have a class with them, so that's a really cool thing about Carthage. Where's everybody from? Like, I know Jacob said from Wisconsin. Jalen, where are you from?
Wheeling, Illinois.
Wheeling. All right, Jacob, what about you?
Mugwanago, Wisconsin.
Okay, Mugwanago, so north. All right, that's cool stuff.
Coach Haas, where are you from?
I'm from all over, Dunks. I'm an international man, but originally Green Bay area in Wisconsin.
Okay. Yeah,
so
I know.
You have to be. Yeah, you have to be a Packer guy from up there. But like I tell Dunks all the time, it's easy to be a Packers fan. I mean, all they do is win. I give credit to you Bear fans. It's hard to be a Bears fan because they haven't won anything in your lifetime ever. So to admit to people that you're a Bears fan takes some guts, it takes some courage, and it's easy to be a Packers guy.
That's a really nice way to put it. Like, it's kind of that's a really nice way to put it, actually. That's why I'm also a Tom Brady fan. I'm also a Tom Brady fan, but we're not going to talk about that.
He's the GOAT.
Jake, the Bears still suck, buddy.
We got Justin Fields now. We got a nice defense. We'll probably go 9-8 this year. I know how it goes. So
Yeah, how about that? All the old records are out. It's you can't go 8-8 anymore.
Exactly. Got to go 9-8 now.
It's weird predicting like the standings because like you gotta account for that extra game because like I was thinking about this the other day. Like I'm like now it's gonna be like 13-4, 10-7. Like it's normally like 10-6, 13-3. It's gonna be so much more different.
No, too bad the Packers can't play the Bears a third time every year, Dunks, and pick up another easy win.
Damn.
All right, but let's get off the Bears and Packers because me and Jake, that's a rivalry within the rivalry. With some Bears Packers stuff. But Coach Haas, I gotta ask you, man. Conference play obviously coming up on, I believe, at Elmhurst is September 18th. I believe.
You're right. You're right, Dunks. You nailed it.
What are some goals for you guys in conference play? And then two, what game do you have circled on that old schedule, Coach Haas?
That's a good one, man. I mean, our goals every year is to win the CCIW. But the best part about playing in the CCIW is it's such a good conference. We can't just say, hey, we're gonna get up for our October 9th game, or we're going to get up for our November 13th game. You got to circle every game, and every week is a dogfight. And that's why guys come here to play. They come here to play in a great conference. They come play with great football players and against great football players. So for us, our biggest goal is to go 1-0 each week in the CCIW, and that starts on the 18th.
Is there a game circled, like a specific one, like the biggest rival, biggest like school that you want? Like, hey,
we tell our guys each week, this week's a big game because it's the only one we got this week. So right now, our biggest game of the year is Elmhurst. And then after that, it'll be Wesleyan. And then after that, it'll be Milliken. And we'll go on down the line.
I like that. I like the mindset. I like that mindset. Keeps them focused, get you going. I like that.
So Boucher, what's your goals for conference, man? What's the goal?
Obviously the goal is it's kind of week to week, but the ultimate goal always is to win and get better. So if we just have to focus each week on the team at hand and do our best to win against them. So that's always the goal, is to win.
Great answer, Boucher. Jalen, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I mean, they basically hit it on the head, just winning the CCIW, but every week just focusing on getting better. Coach Sinclair always says consistently good is great. And so if we could do that consistently throughout the season, I think we're going to like where we end up.
That's
professional players here, Coach Haas. They're not messing up at all. I think got them on a script or something, man.
I typed out all their answers before they got them. So if they're looking down and reading, you guys will know why.
Kenosha News to have something for in the morning, but you guys are pretty good at this. All right,
we're just smooth like that.
They're smooth. There we go. All right, I like it. I think we kind of already circled about it, but like coming off of a game like this, and then you got the bye week, I believe, if I'm right. You guys have a bye,
that's
right?
Correct, Jake.
So what is it? Why is it so important to have a bye? Because like in the NFL, they get it because you get injured like crazy, or you can think about it. You guys have it really soon. You guys have it right after your first game. Why is that important though? Or why is it good and bad to have a bye so early, or in general?
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit it on the head a little bit. It's part of the negative is you don't get that week to kind of get some guys back, where if your bye's in week 5, 6, 7 of the year, you kind of can use it to get some guys healthy. One of the good things is kind of separate for us. We grind it out in fall camp in that first week, and then all of a sudden now we can kind of come up for air a little bit. It gives our guys a chance to breathe, refocus. You're out of camp mode. Now it's game week, and kind of set that mindset of each week is game week and it's a new opponent. And instead of that grind from camp into that first game is always kind of tough. So like you said, it has its ups, it has its downs, some positives, some negatives, but overall we wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah. And especially since the classes are starting this week, since you guys are student athletes here, I think it helps too to get the transition going a little more smoother, as Jalen mentioned earlier. You guys are smooth guys, so there you go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like that. Jalen always tells me, all right, he always tells me school first, football second. So he's got his priorities on lock.
That's the Carthage motto. We're just all like that. We're all just built like that, I guess.
Yep.
Let's see. Dunk, you have any questions or just any comments so far?
I got a comment. I mean, everyone's doing a great job. I'm really impressed. I mean, this is one of the better videos we've recorded here at Duenkel Productions, I think, for from a production standpoint.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
got
gonna lie, Dunks. We started this, and about 6 minutes in, I missed a call on my phone from Canada. So I think our social media influence and presence is spreading internationally already.
Hey, that's facts, show guys.
That's some
We
big time
love that.
stuff right there.
Hey, we love that. We love that. Jake, you gotta.
international. I like it. I like it.
It's a worldwide brand here.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends that go to Whitewater, right? I got plenty of friends that go there, and I know that there was a big crowd at that game, and maybe more so, for Whitewater than there was for Carthage. Maybe just the parents were there cheering on their boys. How was that playing against it? Because I've never played probably against anything like that, a big crowd like that. How does that affect you guys?
You go first, Boucher.
All right. It was kind of just nice to play in front of fans. I mean, we went through a whole year of not playing in front of anyone or a very limited amount, and to have the first game come back in a setting like that was really something special, and it really was nice to just play in front of somebody, and it makes you really appreciate that we're able to play football in front of so many people that want to see us play football, and it was just special, and it was a great environment to play in.
Good stuff.
Yeah, to go off Boucher, it's always great playing in front of a large crowd. It gets your adrenaline pumping really hard, but at the same time, I'm never really too focused on the fans. I'm always just focused on the game and the task at hand and being able to, beat the guy across from me and making sure all the other 10 guys on the field are doing their job, flying around and stuff like that, and keeping their focus on the game. So, it's awesome. I love playing in front of big crowds and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we're there to handle business and walk out with a W.
Oh, there we go. How about you, Coach Josh? What's the difficulties of coaching against a big crowd like that?
Probably the biggest one is noise. When there's not as big of a crowd, it's easier to communicate stuff to your guys on the field. It's easier for them to communicate on the field. But there's no doubt they had a great atmosphere, and I'm glad you brought it up. We've been working behind the scenes this COVID year to kind of juice up the atmosphere at Carthage. Some of the stuff we're bringing, and now we don't get to play home till the 25th of September, but we've got some food trucks coming. We're expanding the tailgate area so everyone can tailgate in the parking lot, stuff like that. That first week we're going to have Captain Mike's food truck and Kona Ice. We're also bringing some inflatables for the kids. They can, doing the inflatable thing there. Some face painters, stuff like that. And, fingers crossed right now working on that beer tent. Looks like we might have a beer tent as well. So, just getting people out, understanding that, it is a community event and it is an activity, and there's some really, really good football played at Carthage, and that, we can have crowds like they had at Whitewater this Saturday.
That's pretty cool. So who's organizing all that? Is that you? Are you organizing
you know what? I was more the idea man behind it. I came up with the idea, and our athletic director, Nate Stewart's been kind of the driving force. He's a guy that's out pumping the pavement a little bit, getting the work done and handling all that stuff. So I had the easy part. I just said, hey, why don't we do this? And he's kind of run with it. So it's been good.
That's actually a really good idea. I've never heard. Well, no, I actually have never heard of a team doing that. So that's actually really cool. From the team itself, that's really cool.
Yeah, we want people out at the games, because the more they're out there, the more they'll say, hey, this is a pretty cool environment, and get the students out there as well, cheering on the people that go to class with them, and just making it a great community event every Saturday.
Jake, you're gonna have to come to a game now.
Well, yeah, because I have to now. I get that. So wait, Jalen, what's your position? What's Jalen's position?
I play a nickel, which is outside linebacker.
Oh, jeez, big guy. Jacob, how about you? What about you? What about you?
I am running back, so I'm right next to the QB in the backfield.
Jeez, look at that. No, see, I think I'm more of a cornerback or a QB. I like to think that I'm Tom Brady. As Duenkel, he's seen it in during football back in the day. He's seen me throw it. So, Coach Haas, if you ever need a QB, just let me know. I can put him on, put the pads on.
You got some eligibility left?
Yeah, I'm only a junior now. So
we're gonna have to get the huddle highlights up here and here a little bit.
Put them on there.
I'll upload them. I'll upload them for you.
How about this? You do that. You see that video where Tom Brady throws it into the jugs machine and it comes back, and then he does it again.
I think I could do a couple more throws better than that.
You do that. You do that. What Tom Brady did 3 times, and we'll start you whatever Saturday you want.
Jeez.
That's a deal right there.
And Jake, we do have a judge machine in our equipment room. So
now he's got no excuse.
Now you got it.
Well, if you do the Tom Brady video.
As a I know who's the quarterback as of right now that I have to beat out.
Well, we went through a couple of them on Saturday. Christian Beltran started for us. Bryce Lowe played. Mitch Mahler played. We're young at that position. We're still trying to find a guy that can solidify it a little bit. And, maybe you're that guy.
I could bring in good locker room presence. My grades are good. I'm pretty mobile. Duenkel senior, I probably run like a 4.2. So
4.2 is lightning fast, almost as fast as Dunks. We put him through the agiles the other day. Did he show you that video?
He was with the linebackers.
I did watch that.
I mean, he went through those with ease.
What can I say? We're different out here in the county. We can.
I guess so.
Put our knees up. We can run.
Hey, Jake, something that you should think about too, man. If you're an Ohio State fan, I mean, you already in Coach P's good graces, the quarterback coach. He loves the Ohio State Buckeyes.
I'm an Alabama kind of guy. I like winning.
Ohio State had one, bro. Stop, Jake. Stop playing, bro.
Kind of an Alabama guy. I just like the winning atmosphere.
You can't talk to these bandwagoners, Dunk.
I know what I am.
At least Coach Haas, he stays true to his teams. He does. Even though they had a rough game against the Iowa Hawkeyes week 1.
Don't worry about it, Dunks. The Hoosiers will be back. The quarterback struggled a little bit, and he'll be back. He's coming off a knee injury. Got to get his feet underneath him a little bit. They don't get to scrimmage anybody at that level. He didn't get any warm up games. They threw him right into Iowa. Don't worry, he'll be all right. Caleb says hi, by the way. He keeps waving here.
Caleb, how we doing, buddy?
Caleb, you're on the podcast, man. Any words of wisdom?
Caleb, any words of wisdom, man? What do you got to say?
Go Firebirds.
I like that.
That a boy.
Yeah.
But guys, how we feeling? How we feeling looking ahead to the Elmhurst game? Got what, a week and a half to prepare. It's a good week, good couple of days of preparation. How you guys feeling about that game?
I'm feeling confident on the offensive side. Like I said earlier, we had a lot of good in the game that we just played, and just a lot of small stuff that is easily fixable. And having this sort of week by gives us some extra time to really focus on the little things and really perfect our craft. And we're looking forward to it. And it gives us time to heal up with some injuries that we have. So we're excited. I'm excited for the offense. I know Jalen can touch on the defensive side, though.
Yeah, defensively, like Boucher said, just it was a lot of little things. So being able to work on our front fundamentals and just really flying to the ball and the tenacity we play with, we could really focus on that stuff this week. So just focus on little things and fundamentals and just getting better consistently. I mean, it all loops back to the consistently good is great. So the longer we can do that, the better off we'll be.
Coach Haas, how you feeling about it overall?
I feel great. I know our kids are going to respond, and they'll respond in the right way. You didn't see a whole lot of guys that were, moping around or woe is me. They came back this morning at 6 a.m., no less, Dunks. All right, while you were still in bed. All right, they were up.
No, I was up. I was up at 6 a.m.
And had a great lift and came back, and we watched the film, and they kind of owned it. They didn't hang their heads. They watched it and they took it, and that's a sign of men that are ready to get better. And so I'm excited to see how we grow the next couple practices and how we compete on the 18th.
So you said 6 o'clock. The boys had to be up at 6 o'clock today?
Well, they had to be up before that, because if your lift time starts at 6, it means we start warming up at 5:55. So they were rolling and ready to go. And we like to joke with you regular students, Jake, that we do more before 8 o'clock than you guys do all day.
I'll take you through my schedule sometime. I'll take you through that. It starts pretty early, not that early. What's the schedule even looking like? So it could be just like, you can give me a random schedule here, but like, what is a regular schedule for a Firebird?
We'll go through Firebird football in the fall here. So a typical game week, we play on Saturdays. Sunday is their off day because they all like to play fantasy football and they get pretty locked into that. So they get Sunday off. Typically, my wife has a different position over every Sunday night for dinner. So last Sunday was the O-line. They came over, but every Sunday it rotates. And then Monday morning at 6 a.m., we're in the weight room lifting. So they have the lift, and then they go to class all day, and then they come back at 4. And, we watch the game film, stuff like that. So we had meetings. We had to actually pull these two guys out of meetings so they could get in the walkthrough on time here. But so they'll have meetings. Usually they'll get done around 7 o'clock. We'll have study table at 7:30. So they'll go study table 7:30 to 9. And then on Tuesday, we have our scouting report meeting at 7 a.m. So they're back up at 7 a.m. and we go over the upcoming opponent. What we need to do to win, stuff like that. They'll go to class, have meetings starting at 3 and then practice at 4, typically off the field at 6. And then we're back in the weight room at 6 a.m. on Wednesday. And then we meet in the afternoon and have practice again and then study table again that night. They're done around 9. Thursday is actually their one easy day. We call that no sweat Thursday. They don't have to wake up on Thursday, so you might beat them up on Thursday. But they'll have class during the day, and then we have meetings, and then we have a walkthrough Thursday afternoon. So we take all the mistakes from Tuesday, Wednesday practice, kind of slow it down for them, heavy mental day. And then we're back up at 6 a.m. on Friday to finish it off, have another practice to get ready for Saturday.
That's impressive you remember that. I can barely remember what, I had for breakfast the last morning, but that's impressive.
Them Friday practices are a good time, Jake.
Is that the fun practice? Is that when I usually see the hurdle video from Duenkel? Like,
we had to do that, during camp, so we didn't lose focus on game week. So
okay. Do you try to keep practice fun, though, throughout the week to keep them engaged, or is everyone usually just locked in and engaged, ready to go?
I'd say everyone's mostly locked in. You can ask these guys about fun. I always go back to that Remember the Titans scene, where he's like, football is fun, sir. It's kind of – I think the joy of football is playing the game and practicing it every single day. I don't know if there's a whole lot of fun activities we do, but these guys can kind of explain that one.
Yeah, I like to think if you need to – find different activities to have fun with football, then maybe you shouldn't play it because football itself is fun. So if you need something extra to get some fun out of it, I don't know if this is the right thing for you. So that might be a little harsh. Sorry. But
I just think it's fun being able to come to work with the same group of guys every day, growing, learning each other, getting better, and most importantly, just able to do some not legal things outside of the field, on the field. So being able to beat some people up, hit them and stuff like that, that's what's fun to me. And just competition. I love competition. The guys around me love competition. And so that's where the fun comes from. It's not really like us doing little things off the field. It's really on the field, what we do and growing and stuff like that. That's the fun part.
Okay. But like what's like some hobbies you guys all do like outside to even build the chemistry even more? Like I know sometimes, playing some 2K, that gets pretty physical itself. I've had some pretty hardcore occasions there. Madden, I just went to Minnesota, right? So I visited my guys out Minnesota, partied up a little bit, and those guys are hardcore in the NHL. And they do some hardcore wagers out there. How do you guys, get even closer off the field? Is it some 2K?
I would say it's a lot of 2K, a lot of Madden, and Call of Duty.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Some COD, I mess with that. Like I see some guys, I don't know if they're football players, playing some pool. I know because we have that at Carthage. There's pool you could play. So I don't, I'm just curious.
Usually before meetings, I know a lot of guys meet down below, like in the student union, to play ping pong and play pool. Also, football is starting up, so I know we're going to get together and watch football games on Sunday. That's another thing. And yeah.
All right. What's the besides Firebirds? Obviously, what's your guys' favorite college team? Do you guys watch college football much, or is it mainly like the NFL?
Ohio State, baby.
All right, he's a weird fan.
OH.
All right,
I
Yes, sir. Yes,
Jacob,
sir.
you watch it all? Do you watch any college football?
Coach Haas ain't happy, bro.
I don't really watch college football. I'm more of an NFL guy, Packers fan.
Oh, okay.
That's
Weird
what I'm
guy.
talking
All right.
about, Jake.
Different. How do you guys like Duenkel as a coach or my bad manager? Because I know he did that in high school. Duenkel and I went to the same high school with each other. I watched that energetic man run up and down the field 24/7. So how is
Facts.
it? Is he good?
He drives
Yeah.
me nuts, man.
Horrible.
I gotta stay on him all the time. Hey, Dunks, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. He does a great job for us. He's all over the place.
Yeah, that's why I remember. Have you met Coach Mangle, Mr. Mangle yet? Coach,
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Dunkel's old guru right there. So Mr. Mangle and I give him some hard times. I've seen Dunkel get his first touchdown. And if you don't know that, Dunkel ran one to the house from 50 yards
against Waterford. I've seen the tape. I scouted it out.
Oh,
I'm just
Dunks
saying.
got the wheels, huh?
Yes,
Give him a
sir.
power play. Give him a power play.
He's not
Gone.
afraid to use the stiff arm either. I saw that. He was a big stiff arm guy, toting it high and tight, stiff arming guys.
No, I love having Dunks. He always brings the energy every day. Make sure guys are up. Like Coach Haas said, he's always around the field, just talking to guys, making sure they're up and stuff like that. So Dunk does a great job.
Okay.
Whenever I see him on the field, he's always saying hi to someone. So it's really cool to see him make sure he says hi to every single player, which is over 100. So like it's cool to see that.
How many players, Coach Haas? How many players do you have?
We have 149 right now.
Is there two teams, varsity and junior?
We do have a JV team, yeah, but we all practice together and stuff like that. It's a pretty fluid roster, throughout the season, stuff like that. Guys move up and down, and really our big thing is, as you guys know, Carthage wants to get you out in 4 years, right? That's the big selling point here, and I don't want to waste a year where you're not playing football. So we don't gray shirt, red shirt. We're gonna get you on the field and get you better, whether you're playing on Saturdays or Monday nights.
So what's the difficulty of trying to get to know all your players? Because that's like a big thing as a coach. You got to know them. So I understand you and your wife and the whole family have the players over. That's pretty cool itself. That's actually really cool. So how do you get to know your players then with so many?
Oh, I mean, it's actually not that hard, because you see them every day. So you just same as you'd get to know anyone, right? You just ask questions and find out about their background and what they like, and you find out that everyone comes from a lot of different places of the country and aren't all that different when it comes down to it, right? They like the same things. Everybody likes to play the video games, and they love football and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy to get to know them. It's pretty fun to find out who's got the unique personalities and who's an introvert, who's an extrovert, and stuff like that. But it's not super hard. It's actually one of the things I enjoy the most.
Cool. No, for sure. Dunk, you got any questions from comments or yourself? You're muted, man. You're muted.
We muted Dunks.
Sorry. I hit a button. I must have hit the button on accident. Thank you, Coach Haas and Jacob and Jalen, for the nice words about me being a manager. I appreciate it. Enjoy the heck out of being around you guys every day. Always a good time. I mean, I think it speaks a lot of volumes when after practice you can sit there and talk with Coach Haas, Coach P, and Coach Sinclair just about college football, and it's one of the funnest conversations and things we do. So it's always great being around you guys, and it's always a good time. But Jalen, I have a question for you, man. So no pressure here on who you want to say, but who is your favorite coach?
Nah, don't do it. That's a trap. You already know it.
That's a big trap.
It is, but no pressure.
This is actually a writing question from a random user here, I think. Yeah, definitely not a Coach Haas initiated question.
Wow. I would say Coach Haas. Just because.
Don't lie to him now. Don't lie to him.
No, I'm not lying. I'm not lying at all. I'm always gonna shoot it straight. I would say Coach Haas because one, he's done a lot for my brother and I and my family. He's always brought the juice to me. He always brings the best out of me and all the players around us. And really leads by example. And that's like the biggest thing I look for in a coach is who's going to lead by example. And when you get coaches around you like that, even as a leader on the team, like I still follow a lot of guys on the team. And so Coach Haas does a great job with leading by example and just makes the environment fun for all the players and stuff like that. And he's always straight up with players. Will never cut corners with anyone. And I just love that about Coach Haas. I mean, the one part I don't like is that he's just ugly. And that's just something I can't fix. But,
Now we know you're lying.
But I would definitely say Coach Haas. He's awesome. Great head coach. Love playing for him. And I'm sure all the other guys do as well.
Well, I appreciate that, man. That's nice of you.
Yes,
Boucher.
Same question.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite. I think they're all my favorite, to be honest with you. They're all a great group of coaches. They're all easily approachable. Like I walk into the offices and say hi to every single one of them, even the defensive players. Or the defensive coaches. I always, crack jokes with them and can really relate to a lot of them. So this coaching staff is probably the best coaching staff I've ever seen. They're all really good, really know what they're talking about. Like I don't have a coach that like I hate or anything like that. Like they're all really approachable, really know what they're talking about. So I think they're all my favorite, to be honest with you.
That's a really good answer.
I agree, Jake. We got to
answer.
So I got one final question. It's kind of more just like a simple one, more like a fun one for you guys, and I'll let you guys go. I know you guys got a busy schedule and all. What's a player in the NFL that you think you have a game like similar to? So like me, I'm a big basketball guy, right? So I think I play like Michael Jordan. That's who I think I'm like. Jacob, you said you're a running back. Are you like more like Christian McCaffrey? Are you like Alvin Kamara? What are we thinking? Jalen? What are you like Lawrence Taylor? I don't know what's going on. What do you think?
I don't know. I think a lot. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty humble, so I don't know if I like to compare myself to other players, but I know a lot. Like if I had to compare, I guess like I know a lot of the guys on the team call me like a Christian McCaffrey type of back, where I can
100%.
come out of the backfield as a
100%.
wide receiver kind of thing, still run the ball.
All right.
100% agree with that answer, Boucher. Jalen, go ahead.
I would say for me, I'd probably say Jamal Adams.
The press.
Everyone calls me Jamal Sadams. It started last year with Pat Murphy. It's a funny joke, but because they all know my favorite player is Jamal. Just the tenacity he plays with and the energy he brings on a daily basis is something I like to emulate the most. And I feel like I do a pretty good job with that and the physicality. And just how he plays the game, I feel like I emulate that the most.
Sweet. No, I told him about it. Dunk, I'm all questioned out. I think these guys are all questioned out. Coach Haas, who do you think like Coach
I
Haas?
would say that I'm kind of like a combination of Vince Lombardi and Nick Saban, I think, for me as a coach. Kind of that old school, guy, but also approachable with the younger generation like Nick Saban. So that's me right there.
I got that from you. But I know you guys have a busy schedule and all. Thank you for, coming out here. Jacob, Jalen was just in here. Coach Haas, thank you again. Really cool. We started this up, during the pandemic to have like entertainment. This is both something we love to do. I mean, it's a pretty fun time. It's pretty much just have a conversation about things that we love, sports, any type of sports. So seriously, thank you for coming out. Really fun time. I know.
Well, thank you guys for having us on. It's always a good time to be on the podcast, and I love that it's going to be a weekly thing, and we can get some different guys on here and get some different personalities, some different viewpoints, and it'll be a fun segment.
Thank you guys so much. I don't think you guys truly understand what this means to me and Jake to be able to have you guys on and talk to two wonderful players and a wonderful coach like yourself, Coach Haas.
Well, thanks, Dunk. We certainly got a good thing going on. We're proud of our guys for sure. I thought they did a great job as well.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Yep.
Jalen,
Anything
thank
for you, Dunk.
Thanks, Jalen. OH, baby.
You as well,
OH.
Jake.
I can't wait to get those milkshakes off of you, Dunks.
Bro, stop playing. IU ain't beating OSU. Come on.
You wait and see, baby. You wait and
Jalen,
see. Here
Jalen.
come the Hoosiers.
Jalen, IU beating OSU?
Dunks, at a point, you just got to let what Coach Haas says go in one ear, not the other. You'll learn that sooner or later.
Fair point. Fair point. Boucher, thank you so much, buddy, for coming on with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Classes too. Have a good start of classes. Good Labor Day.
Yeah.
Enjoy the 6 hours, whatever we have left here of daylight, and get ready to grind in school, boys. Get ready to grind in school.
And
Yeah, we'll see you guys on campus tomorrow.
yeah,
Yes,
and the
sir.
weekly walkthrough will be back next Monday at 7 p.m. That good, Coach Haas?
That should be good,
Okay.
Coach Dunkel.
Appreciate y'all boys. Hey Jake, stick around real quick. But y'all boys have a good night. Thank you guys
Take
so
care,
much
guys.
for
Take care.
All
popping
right,
on.
see you guys.
Thank you guys.
Go
Appreciate it.
Firebirds.
Thank you. Thank you very
Go
much.
Firebirds.
Fired up.